I'm Brian Davenport. This is Push Culture News. We're back here in Tompkins Square Park today. If you remember last time we were here, we showed you how to stay skating through the cold, rainy winter. Now we're here to show you how to stay skating safe through a beautiful, sunny summer. We got Rob Rodriguez and Theseus Williams here with us today to help you find out what it is that you need to know to stay safe, what to pay attention to, and most importantly, how to brake on a longboard. Alright, we're now here with Rob Rodriguez, owner and director of SURE Skateboard School here in New York City. Rob started skating here in these villages several years ago, and so thanks for joining us. Why don't you first start by telling us about the accessibility of longboarding these days?
Well, in the past, skateboarding's been more of a daredevil sport, X Games type, bombing hills at 50 miles an hour, doing giant airs out of ramps and ollie flipping 10 stairs. And now in the past few years, because the development of longboarding equipment, how it's advanced, and cruisers, more people are just using a skateboard for transportation. A lot of people are coming to me now, older people who want to learn how to use a skateboard for transportation. So I have students as old. I've had my oldest student was 62, and I work with people in the 40s and 50s all the time, and everyone wants to learn.
There's an organization called Transportation Alternatives. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how skateboarding is getting involved with that?
Transportation Alternatives is an organization that represents alternative forms of transportation in New York City, and mainly bicycles, but also pedestrians. They're responsible for getting all the bike lanes put in around the city. I use the bike lanes. I love them. I think they're fantastic. We are trying to develop a relationship with them, getting them to recognize the efficiency of skateboarding as a form of alternative transportation. My biggest concern with getting recognized by organizations like TA is that we don't have brakes. That's why it's so important that we demonstrate to them that we are in control, that we can be going down a hill and safely foot brake in a straight line without making any other bikers or other pedestrians have to jump out of the way.
And that's the focus of SURE Skateboards.
SURE is an acronym for Skateboarders Urban Riding Environment. Basically, we teach how to move around the 5 boroughs on a skateboard. Along with that comes awareness. As fun as it is to skate with headphones on, I don't anymore because I know the importance of you have to use your hearing, your peripheral vision, always be aware, even in back of you, cars, pedestrians, who's coming out in front. I stress to people, like, never do anything that puts yourself or others in harm's way. I
heard you say once you like to be water moving around rocks.
Most definitely. I really don't even want them to know that I'm there. If they don't need to, I just try to flow through them quietly like a stealth glider.
You have to also be sure that you're communicating with the bikers that are around you. They're not always watching for you, so you need to be sure that you're watching for them.
I try and acknowledge them too. I try and, as they're passing, I give them a wave that I'm aware of their presence and that they can go.
Rob, thank you so much for coming out to chat with us today. Let's go talk to Theseus Williams. He's building out the new Uncle Funky's shop. He'll give us some tips on braking.
Top of the pile, hotter than brimstone. This job, but don't start riffing. Partner, turn that sound up. Yeah. Get loose, test the roof.
So Theseus, we were just talking with Rob about how to, be a safe, responsible rider in the city. Obviously, one of the biggest issues with skateboarding and transportation is the lack of brakes. I know that you've come up with a couple of tips and tricks. Why don't you tell us about that? How do you come to a stop?
What I've done is I've just kind of modified the foot braking style. You go into the foot brake and then you slide back, and if your wheel wells are cut out enough and your wheel is sticking out enough, you can angle your foot where your heel jams between the wheel and the board, and it acts almost like an emergency brake, like you pulled an emergency brake. Once you have that perfected, you can actually go into the scooch, which is the complete turnaround, and that's an instant stop. Going into the emergency brake, you feel yourself gradually going to the left or to the right. You just kind of follow that direction. You look in that direction, and your body turns, and then you instantly stop. Braking is by far, in my opinion, just because I'm a city skater, I just skate with all the elements around me, it's by far the most important aspect of skating that tends to get overlooked. I mean, I still run into skaters that run off their board, and I'm blown away.
Yeah, one of the things that we were talking about is paying attention to everything that's going on in your environment. You also need to be ready for anything, including a stop.
I'm sure Rob brought stuff about skating in the city, but it happens to me all the time. You're skating through traffic and you're just zoning and somebody yells your name, Theseus, Brian. Don't turn around, don't look, because that one little turnaround that you do is a car door, you know, opening up right in front of you. As long as you skate with the attitude of skating with traffic, not skating in traffic, everything seems to go a lot smoother. You know, the skater attitude, it's there. It's like we all have it, but it doesn't have to be the skater mentality, skater attitude where you're aggressive to everybody around you as far as getting out of your way. People go that direction, it's just going to make it harder for all of us.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. This again has been Push Culture News with Theseus Williams, one of the best A to B commuting skaters in the city, hands down, and Robert Rodriguez, the 1981 world champion of freestyle skateboarding. Thank you guys for joining us.
Right.
Always good to have you on.
Thanks.
We all came here because we just want to make sure that you guys know that riding safe and responsibly is something to keep in mind. It's very, very important. We don't want to see anything awful happen to any of you. So whether you're skating in the city or you're skating anywhere else in the United States or around the world, pay attention to everything and be aware of your surroundings. Skate safe, skate fast, have a really, really, really good time every time you go out there, and enjoy the summer.